So today is the big day. We are pulling into the boatyard because our boat gets to move to the new boatyard today. It looks like the lift is in place. So is this your list to move it?
This is my list. You see how I filled those full of coffee?
Nice. Look at this beautiful girl. So we've done everything we can to get her ready to go. Just hoping all the bungs and everything, all our patches and everything held, and we don't have to pull her right back out. That's the big hope. This is for real. We're gonna take her down to the water. Stratego spent over a decade in this boatyard, and we spent our first 16 months. This was our first boatyard experience, and thanks to Reliable Marine, it was very welcoming. They were always helpful, supportive, and a wealth of information. A huge thank you to the office and yard crew of Reliable Marine. Here we got our first view of what we'll see someday with her in the water. Mike dashed below, prepared to see water rushing in. Everything looked good though, so she was released from this yard crew and put in the capable hands of her new boatyard crew. Our propulsion for this trip was a little work boat. Since we'd already removed the steering, we were using the tiller. It took a minute to get used to steering her with the tiller, but soon she was gliding through the water. It was a perfect fall day and a beautiful trip. Almost at the end of the trip, and here's our new boatyard. Washburn's Boatyard is a full-service, comprehensive boatyard servicing the largest boats and ships in Solomons. Among other things, they have the technicians we need to install our electric motor and the crane to set our mast. Stratego made the entire 30-minute trip with no problems or issues. One of the downsides to not have any propulsion, however, is the lack of ability to slow her down. Nothing that some good spring lines and an experienced crew can't handle though.
Jay, you gotta stop the boat. Stop it from going forward. Go aft. You're gonna hit the pilot. Go aft.
We want to say a very special thank you to Washburn's Boatyard. They are really the ones who made this all possible. They have been so accommodating and have helped us every step of the way. We cannot say enough good things about this boatyard, and we highly recommend them. This travel lift is a 75 metric ton unit with a capacity of about 162,000 pounds. Our boat is only about a third of that with a displacement of 52,000 pounds. She almost looks little in the slings. The blue pluses or X's you see on the side are where we covered the through holes. A through hole is exactly what it sounds like. Some are for water intake, and some are for discharge. For instance, the chain locker drained through the forward cabin and out the side of the boat. The two on the aft end were for exhaust. Our boat had 17 through holes total, and most of them were below the waterline. Regardless of what any through hole is for, every one has a valve to manually close it. Normally we would have just closed them and moved on, except on our boat, almost every single valve was stuck in position and we couldn't turn them to shut them. We were more than a little nervous about this, so we filled each through hole with an adhesive, a sealant, and then covered them with a metal cap because we weren't sure that would hold against the water pressure. The blue tape is just what we used to hold the caps in place while the adhesive cured. Later we took the tape off in preparation to remove the through holes. We're going to show you that process later. Once Stratego was in her new spot, the guys spread the cover, placed the blocks, set the jack stands, and gently lowered her down. If you watched our Boatyard philosophy short, this is proof the boat comes before the jack stands. And just like that, we did it. Everything held, she made it safely, and she's all ready to be finished. With all this done, the boys just had to wait for me to get off work to pick them up. Due to a last-minute day change in coordinating the move with both boatyards, I had to work that day and missed all this. To say I was anxiously awaiting the end of my shift would be an understatement. Look at that, no more boat because she's in her new home. That's where she used to sit for like a decade. Well, I made it here. I'm just now pulling into the yard to see our beautiful girl in her new place. Mike sent me pictures of her in the water and it almost makes me cry because she's been out of the water for so long. She's been on the hard for like 10 years, maybe 12, and she finally got to be back in the water today. And we had to pull her back out, but we're one step closer and someday she will be in that water. Not to get pulled out in an hour, but like to actually be in the water. I'm so excited. So let's go see her. Look who made it to her new home. Here she is in her new yard. She made it in one piece. Now she gets to live here while we finish her.
And if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified of our upcoming videos. Like our next one where we take the through holes out of our boat.
Thanks for watching!